What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MOONPIG today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. I'm sure a lot of people have probably watched or listened to that X space that just happened with James Wynn, Andrew Tate, Justin Sun, MOONPIG. All talking about MOONPIG and various other things, but I think that was about like 2 hours ago or so, right before this drop happened. It's funny how that happens, right? Volume coming in as you're moving down. Right after a space like that, there was 600,000 people, or at least something like that, if not 700 or more people, 700,000 or more people who watched that thing. And now the price is dropping, not but like 2 hours afterwards. So there's probably a lot of people who bought in on that space, and now they're probably adding to the sell pressure. There's probably people that bought in back here that are waiting to get out. The price is breaking down. They're starting to sell. You've got people who bought up here that are adding to that sell pressure. Your FOMO buyers are also now your panic sellers, probably. And if not, what's going to happen is as the price moves down, then they'll really start to panic sell, right? Because MOONPIG, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm just assuming. I'm putting myself in the eyes of a degenerate, right? We all know, and I say the eyes, I meant the mind of a degenerate. We all know that the next move in the market is going to be to the upside, and we're waiting, we're loading right now for the next move. But I know that there's a lot of people who have lost money in the crypto markets recently, right? We're up right now, the markets are up. You should be in the green. If you've just bought and held anything really this cycle, you're probably in the green right now, right? But if not, if you've been trading like a degenerate, moving your funds from crypto to crypto, seeking out that next best thing so that you can make back some of the funds you've lost. Does that sound right? Am I hitting home for anybody out there? Is that what you're doing with this thing right now? You bought because you heard on an X space from people who are famous in the crypto sphere that it's going to moon, so you think you're going to get that instant gratification by buying now, make your funds back in time so that you can sell, catch this quick pump, and then put it into whatever coin it was or coins it was that you've traded and lost your funds on already and make that money back up. Does that sound familiar to anybody? If that's what you're doing, just understand moments like this in time attract people like that. I don't know if they're designed to attract people like that, but they do attract people like that, like flies to Scheisser. And now you guys are all going to get burned. You're probably going to get burned. This price is probably going to go down a lot. I think moments like that add very weak hands, very shaky hands, and that can add to the selling pressure for sure. Let alone all the people who bought down here that maybe they're in the green right now and they're considering taking profits. They don't have they don't have the kick in the pants necessary to make them take profits. But then maybe once they get below this low, they'll decide to take profits. Once people capitulate, that's when we'll find our low. That's when we'll move up. And it really wouldn't surprise me if MOONPIG moved below this low here or moved below this low here, right? Maybe you find support in this range. Wouldn't surprise me if you went below it though, right? Because then at that point, then there's psychological warfare on you, right? It's all psychological warfare. Higher lows, flat top. It looks bullish. Andrew Tate and James Wynn are talking about it right here, right before about to break out. It's a bullish thought, right? It's all these bullish kind of things, but no. Oh, and this is just on MEXC. Is there anything with more volume? I think HTX actually has more volume. It's picking up volume as we go down. Oh yeah, HTX I think hosted it. But anyways, let's throw some fibs up on here. Okay, real quick. Let's pull a low to a high. Volume's only picking up as we're moving down, you guys. That's at least by HTX. So here we are at the 382, right here at the 382. It's pretty common to find support at the 382, especially on the first time around. Maybe you wick a little bit below it, and then you come back up, find resistance at the 236. So if you're watching this video, by the way, and MOONPIG's at like 3.9 cents, you do not have the last laugh. You'll probably reject that area, and you will continue to go lower, right? If not, it's very possible that you could just break through here, and maybe you don't bounce back. But it's pretty common to go from the 382 to the 236 when working your way down, okay? A lot of cryptos this cycle have liked to find support at the 0.5, and we have price action here that would suggest that support is possible. So I don't think it's going to happen, but let's just imagine you could find support at about 2.8 cents, 2.9 cents, somewhere around there. There's rationality behind that. You could also find support right here at this low, but the reality is if you were to go down to this low, you'd probably complete the thought and go to the golden ratio. And if you notice the golden ratio here, I have it identified as two different things. It's not just the 618, it's the 618 and the 69. It's a whole kind of zone in itself. The reason why I've got two white lines here is because I've noticed oftentimes, and I think we are just going to break through. That close below the 382 does it for me. That makes me think that we're just going to break right through, which makes sense. These drops are going to be hard and fast to shake people out more. But with the golden ratio, oftentimes you don't just stop right there. That's actually uncommon. I shouldn't say uncommon. It's less common. The more common thing to do is to wick a little bit through it. And if you were to wick like to your maximum most common degree, it oftentimes is here at like the 6.9 or the 0.7. I just think the 6.9 is more serendipitous. It would make sense. All I'm saying is that the white zone is for loading and unloading only. It would make sense that if we're looking for a zone that's just below this low to capitulate people, make people think that this thing's broken because for some reason this imaginary low has to hold some kind of imaginary support. No. And then as soon as we break through that, then all hope is lost. That's when it's time to buy, and right in the golden ratio zone too. So I'm expecting 2.5 cents to 2.3 cents to be the target area. We're at 3.2 cents now. Imagining that a lot of people probably bought on this on that space because again there was like almost 700,000 people that viewed it at the time that I watched it, let alone the people that might be watching it now. There's probably going to be people who buy on the way down too. You know, I'm sure that the price will be supported, and I do expect that you'll find support. I don't think that this is some scam. I don't think that space was just to get people here for exit liquidity, and now they're dumping, and it's going to zero. I just think the timing of stuff like this kind of a movement, it's a test. The people who bought here, it's going to test you. Are you worthy for the pump to come? You know, or did you hear about the news? Are you waiting? Are you waiting to buy? Are you worthy to buy at a lower price? You know, are you worthy of the gains? Because if you're not worthy, then you bought on the FOMO of that X space. If you're not worthy, you're gonna panic sell at the capitulation levels here. Whenever we drop below these lows, that doesn't really matter anyways, because what matters most is this golden ratio, in my opinion. Or, you know, other areas of support. It's possible you could find support. It's possible this idea that I'm painting doesn't happen exactly in the way that I'm expecting it to. But at the very least, we're going lower, right? You understand that? Like, we're at the very least, we've got lower to go. At the very, very least, we're going to 2.9 cents. We're at 3.2 cents now. I don't know, man. Whenever it comes time to moving higher, let's talk about that. It's a little bit less depressing. I'm sure people are like, okay, man, fine. I made a bad investment choice. Let's talk about the upside. Because it is going to go up. It is going to go up. I absolutely do think it is. From a high to a low, the expectation would be, and we probably find support at the 236. It's right there at 2.75 cents. Let's just see. Hold on. Low to high. Is that right there with the golden ratio? No, it's just above the golden ratio. Okay, that's okay. I mean, maybe we do find support at these lows. It's very possible. But anyways, whenever we do move up higher, it's still lower than the current price, right? We're still talking about a 15% drop or so. When we do move up higher, the first target is a 6.8x away from here, right? That's at the 22 cent market, the 1272. The golden ratio all the way up here is a potential maximum target at 44 cents, but I've seen a lot of cryptos break through and reach their 1886 to 200 recently. So whether it's finding some resistance there or to the downside, finding support there, right? Like if we took a low to a high here, the 1886 is to the downside now. Regardless if it's up or down, cryptos are finding support and resistance at these areas. So it is possible, MOONPIG, because you're a meme coin and MOONPIG, and you're only worth $32 million in market cap, and you have decent volume at these low levels. Crypto does meme coin things, man. I mean, meme coins do crazy things in the crypto markets, man. You could see a 23x, you could see a 29x, hell, you could even go up higher. You could see a 50-something x whenever this is all said and done. Maybe you stop right here at the 1886-200 area. I could see that. People are thinking, it's going to go to $1, it's going to hit $1, psychological self-fulfilling prophecy. And instead, you stop just below $1, right? Like Bitcoin last cycle, it's going to go to 100K, or Dogecoin, it's going to go to $1. And it stopped, they both stopped at the 70. Bitcoin stopped at 70K, 69K, whatever. And then Dogecoin stopped in the 70 cents area. Might it make sense that you do the same thing, 75 cents to 95 cents? I'm just saying. And if not there, I mean, that's crazy. I want you to understand, not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not saying everybody that buys MOONPIG is going to get a 29x, okay? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But I would expect that everybody at least gets like a 6x or more, yeah? If not, and that's going to outperform the average performance of the coming run here by like 2 to 1. So, and that's the minimum. That's the minimum, man. I mean, the maximum, I think you're going to stop around 44 cents, but I could see a scenario where you run all the way up to $1. And this is all expected to happen probably by the end of July, sometime in July. Yeah, that's the expectation. I mean, it's going to happen now. It's going to happen over the coming days, over the coming weeks, but First, you have lower to go, and then we'll go up. Okay, so this video is, hopefully just a little eye-opener to better behavior. Don't just buy something just because you're on an X space. If you're on an X space and you hear something that's really interesting, that's really captivating, that's like just crazy alpha stuff that you're hearing, and there's not many people in it, FOMO that shit. But if you're in a space where, and no hate to these people, no hate to these people, actually, I respect both of them. But if you're in a space where Andrew Tate and James Wynn are just promoting a meme coin, and it's the first time you've ever heard of it, and there's 600,000 people who are listening to that space, maybe wait. Just wait a day. Wait like 4 hours. See what happens afterwards. Because what's probably going to happen is there'll be a nice little initial pump, and then it'll dump. And it's not that they're dumping on you. Maybe they are. Maybe these guys, HTX, James Wynn, Andrew Tate, Justin Sun, maybe they made that space just to create exit liquidity. Or maybe there are some whales who are smart, who understand that, and they've been in it all along. Maybe it's the people that control this, maybe whatever. I don't know if you can short MOONPIG or what, but there's some big money in that understands that retail money, that whenever the dumb money comes in, and in moments like that, they'll come in, they're scared, and they get shaken out easy. So you get them in, and then you dump the price, and then they sell to you, and then you pump the price, right? You don't let them catch the train with you. No, they have to suffer through it if they want that ticket, right? So suffer through it, hold on to your ticket, don't let it go. If you're in the red, just be patient. It's probably going to come back. I have faith this thing will grow. Just for the time being, down. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. What's that maximum prediction that we have for MOONPIG? Just so I know. I'm going to put it in the title. We're going to do a little clickbaity title here, right? That way people watch. 22x to a 29x probably. 29x, yeah. Something like MOONPIG 29x potential. It does have 29x potential. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't bet on it. I would not bet against it though. Anyways, take care, guys. It's probably going to stop somewhere. I would think. Let me pull this up one more time. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. I would think this. Okay. Personally, I think you're going to stop somewhere between 30 to 44 cents. Okay, that's what I think. But if I'm wrong, and you get prices not just above the golden ratio, but you have to close above. You want a day to close above the golden ratio. If you can do that, if you can close above 44.3 cents on a daily basis or higher time frame, then you likely will go to 75 to 95 cents, okay? It's not like if you go above 45 cents, who knows in between here and here, who knows where you're going to stop. No, it's not a who knows situation. You break above this line, you're not stopping until you get to 75 cents at least. Who knows? I knows, all right? Take it to the bank. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.